When we're gonna click on the individual course block, we're supposed to be redirected on this course page. But for now, we don't have the route for this page. So let's switch over to web.php and create new route that is going to represent individual course page. The address of this route will be course. The name of the template will be called the same, and the route name will be also course. Let's create new view for the course page. In here, I'm just gonna use our layout component with random content just to differentiate this page. And now let's just bind course route to the link which wraps course component. So right here, let's use route helper and specify the name of the course route like this. And let's make sure that after we are going to click on the course block, we will be redirected to the course page. And indeed, we are seeing the content that we have just put into course template. That means we are successfully redirected to the course page. We are also seeing that the address was changed. And now I prefer to do a little refactoring because currently within the course block we're using two icons, but for now we're not reusing an icon component that we have created before. So let's just go back to the social component where we show all social icons inside the footer. So in here we're using an icon component which represents a social icon. So let's just reuse this component for those icons inside the course block. Right here I'm going to use the icon component, and then we'll just cut this SVG code of an icon and move it into the icon component. Right here we have to create separate if condition where we're gonna check that if variable name equals to icon called film. In this case we're going to show corresponding icon. And just like that, let's create one more such if condition where we're gonna check that if name equals to clock icon, we're going to use another icon markup. Let's cut it from the course component and put it in this if block. And just because some of these attributes on SVG text are the same for all icons, I'm going to remove those duplicates and use our attributes variable which already contains those repeated attributes. So by using this attributes variable on the SVG block directly like this, all those repeated attributes will be automatically assigned. And now all we have to do in order to show proper icons inside the course block is to specify proper names for these icons inside courses component. The first icon is called film, and the second one is called clock. And now in the browser we're seeing that those icons are shown, but for now these styles are broken. That is because we are currently hardcoding some styles directly inside icon component. So right here we're using this list of classes as a default value for the class attributes, which later gets assigned to the SVG element of an icon. So what I prefer to do is to actually move this list of classes, because we're going to specify classes for icons separately, because each icon can have different styles. So let's just put all this list of classes inside the class attribute and pass it into the icon component right here. As a reminder, this icon component represents social icons in the footer. And now we don't have to assign any default styles to icon component, so let's just remove this class attribute. And whenever needed, we're just going to specify classes for icons separately. So inside courses.blade.php, we're just going to assign one class, size4, just to restrict the width and height of icons inside the course block. And now all these icons are shown properly inside the course block as well as inside the footer. And by the way, we also have one more icon in the application which currently doesn't use our icon component, and that is the icon which represents logo within the logo.blade.php. So let's just cut this SVG element and use icon component. Let's call this icon circle play, and then inside icon component, let's create another if condition and compare name variable with that icon name circle play. And in here, let's paste the markup that we have just extracted from the logo component. Let's not forget and remove duplicate attributes from this SVG element, because just like for the other icons, we're about to use attributes variable, which already contains default attributes. And this way, all those default attributes will be assigned to the SVG element. And lastly, let's just go back to the logo component and pass one class to specify the size for this icon. Let's just use size 12. And we're not going to see any changes in the browser, but right now under the hood, we are reusing our icon component to represent every icon on this page. Let's continue working on the project in the next lesson.